But at this time, world leader in search engine optimization, Christian Jorn.
We're at a point in this industry where 95% of the clicks on display ads are clicked on by 8% of the users. And what that means is that we're running out of people who can't distinguish the difference between a paid ad and an organic result. Organic results drive the best traffic. They drive your daily Google user, which is typically a career-minded person that has the ability and desire to finance a $20,000+ view. So that's who we're after. That's what we do. Page one is everything. This is from iCrossing's research. The lion's share, being 95% of search traffic, comes to page one. First page is Times Square. Second page is an empty billboard in the middle of a cornfield in Kansas. Anything past the third page, you might as well not be indexed at all. It does not matter. Each of the last 7 months, they've achieved record sales. They've gone from selling roughly 90 to 100 cars to about 190 cars. And they no longer spend any money at all, zero, on traditional advertising. They are not in the paper. They're not on the radio. It's all web. And that's why. One of their top traffic driving terms is forwarded land. And here we are, number one. What I want to point out is that not only are we number one for a competitive search term, we also have these sublinks. Now that's very common to see when you do a search for your own name, because it's a specific search. You're by far the most relevant. So long as your web provider is actually hosting your inventory and creating a database-driven site, you're very likely to get those. But you're very unlikely to ever get those on a competitive search. Now, this slide represents long-tail searches. Our system does an incredible job of creating a tight-knit web that captures terms that we're not optimizing for specifically. For example, he doesn't have a fleet page. He doesn't have a commercial fleet department. But this search drove traffic from search engines. The users spent 12 minutes on the site and went to 25 pages. Probably went and looked through all his trucks. That's the kind of searches that, this drives buyers. Those are buyers. Someone who searches for a 2010 GT Mustang Black 5.0 convertible, they're looking for one. So we make that match happen for our clients. It works very well. If you have a niche, exploit it. Every one of you, I'm sure, has a reason that you give people to buy from you as opposed to someone else. It can be exploited, 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 exploited. Sandy Springs soups up Mustangs. They've got a tech who soups up GTs and V6s, but they stay under factory warranty. We built him this page, links to his Mustangs in inventory, and ranks number one. And now he sells more Mustangs. Speed matters. Well, of course speed matters load time for users, and especially in this day and age where you've got more and more 3G users on iPad and phones. Speed matters so much for users. It matters so much for users that Google is now including it in their algorithm. So now not only does it matter for users, it matters for SEO. Link juice basically refers to the totality of everything that comes into your site from all sources. So most sites are structured pretty much where most of the link juice comes to the home page. That is then redistributed through links, through on-page linking, all the way throughout the site. No follow. No follow is an attribute that Google announced to the world in spades in 2005 because they needed to derail comment spam. So links to your website are good for your SEO. So unscrupulous SEOs start spamming the whole blog sphere. And Google solved that problem with nofollow. It allows the link to be in place. The link works exactly the same for users. It's a very simple ad for the webmaster to add a nofollow attribute. And what it means is, it says to Google, and Yahoo and Bing use it too, do not pass my PageRank and reputation off to this site that I'm linking to. So if you have a link to Facebook on your home page, it has to be nofollow. Otherwise, from your home page, you're sending link juice to Facebook and helping them rank. It's used by, and this isn't like some new thing. It's 5 years old, and it's employed by every major website. Every major high traffic, high reputation, New York Times uses it, Facebook uses it, GoDaddy uses it, they all use it. High traffic, well-reputable sites use nofollow. You use nofollow to control link juice. This graphic here, link juice flows, but I'm not interested in ranking the map page or my employment application page. So I use nofollow. We turn off that valve, turn off this valve, and it increases the flow to the pages that are important, which pages that are important to you are inventory. Ranking your inventory is what's important. If we had a company that had attrition links from every page of every one of their websites going back to their website, and it follows, then you've got a lot of link juice going into one location. You can see every single page has a little add to the cauldron. Now, with this kind of system, you would be able to control rankings at will and make rankings happen like that. But you wouldn't be able to do it without stealing from your other clients. It would be impossible. So the natural question is, where does it go? So this is a graph that charts backlink discovery over time. This blue represents our client Sandy Springs, Florida, in Atlanta, and this long line of nothing represents inactivity before we took them over. So this orange line is a dealer.com client in Atlanta. And these also represent long periods of inactivity. But this burst here was an unexpected burst that came out of nowhere. This is what it looks like on a non-cumulative view. This is where we start. We lay the foundation, look for a reaction, which we got, and went in place forward in orange. Got 1,200 backlinks in one day. That lasted about a week. If this was a Ponzi scheme, this is what it would look like on a graph. This is another client of Dealer.com, Gilman Auto in Houston. So neither of these are our clients. This is the same charted burst of links, and you can see at that same time they lost a small portion. They take a little bit from each one, make it happen based on a reactionary from a customer complaint or such, whatever. How you do it? Here's their little attrition link on every single page, web page that they create. This is 2 weeks before the attack. You can see while there's normal fluctuation, it all stays nice and pretty steady. And boom, outstanding burst of links. But our campaign managed to increase rankings on some terms. While there's obviously a lot of chaos, this is a blow up of the front page, and you can see almost no terms. There's one left the front page during that attack. That's a natural question, right? This can't just be dealer.com, right? And it's not. I'll tell you that we have done all the research, and I'm going to show you a slide with companies that are following your attrition links back to their site. Now, what they do with it after, I don't know what they do with it after that. But you can look right at the code. Any single web browser, you can view source, look right at the code, and see if they're no following their attrition. They all follow the leader. So who siphons link juice? There's no doubt. That's the list. Every one of these has do follow attrition links that appear on every page. They are all routing link juice to themselves and away from your site. This hurts your page rank, your relevancy, and your search engine visibility. And I don't think you know how to